Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. And today, it's mid-July-ish. It's like the 13th of July here, Saturday. And we're going to do a refreshing peppermint shave. So we've got good old Taylor of Old Bond Street Peppermint. Is it upside down? Yeah, upside. Why do I always show you guys this stuff upside down? It's my luck. I'm not editing. I don't know. You just gonna see me goof up. That's all. So we got the Taylor of Old Bond Street Peppermint. And we have the Phoenix Peppermint Aftershave. So I'm intrigued. I haven't even smelled this. So first time I smell this is when I splash it in my hands and throw it on my face. So obviously there's some good stuff in there, menthol stuff in there to brighten stuff up too. And my face usually doesn't respond to menthol in the shaving soap, but this one doesn't have that much in it. And I haven't really noticed any issues. But yeah, I've already got issues from a couple of bumps this past week. I'm thinking it's the blade I used just was getting a little old, but I wanted to try and see how it lasts. I was experimenting with an artisan blade. So it had its 12 shaves, or it could have been a technique. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, getting back to the shave, we're going to shave with that. And before I get started, though, I wanted to show you, last week you saw me build, or think about building my new shave brush. So let me show you that shave brush. It's not being used today. Yes, I built it, but I didn't glue it until last night, because I wasn't 100% sure about the Sinbad knot. I just wasn't. Because I knew I liked the cashmere knot, both which are from AP Shave Co. And of course the handle is from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. So I built that, but I ordered a cashmere knot of that size, 24 millimeter. But I ordered a handle too, figuring whatever knot I don't use, I'll just throw in another handle, which I did. So just a little handle, but easy to hold on to. But this handle, this is not going to be for shaving. This is now my interior car cleaning brush. I was looking at car cleaning brushes online, and yes, they basically look like they're shaving knots with a cheap handle, with a long handle and all, which I figure I really don't need. There's nothing I need to strain to get into. The worst case scenario, getting in the cup holders, that'll fit. So I built my own car cleaning brush. And there's hair coming out of this. Brand new knot. I'm seeing a couple of hairs here. Okay. But that's, yeah. So AP Shave Co., I know this was not your intended use, but that's what it's going to do. So it's like, building my own. In fact, it's funny because they asked me if I wanted them to glue this in, and I told them no, because I wasn't sure if I was going to put it in the other handle or not. But once I tried both, I went with the Sinbad instead. So yeah, so this has got duties now as a car cleaning brush. Just wanted to pass that information along, see if that would help you. And now back to the shave. Okay, so let me pause, wash the face, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back. And now let's see, let me grab my brush out of the sink. And this is, of course, another AP Shave Co. brush, AP Shave Co. handle and cashmere knot. This is 24 millimeter. There we go. It actually might be smaller. I think it's about that. But yeah, just a handle I liked as well. So let's lather up some soap here, get it built. Okay, I swirled it 100 times. And this soap, you can see it's getting down there. This soap is old. This is probably 8 years old. And when I let it dry a couple of days before I put the lid on. And yes, I built it from the container. All my old ones, that's what I did. I think I bloomed a couple of my old ones. I don't have any more. I've used them up, but I don't bloom anymore. I haven't bloomed in years. I just do this, well, I sort of don't bloom. I have a little bit. Let me just dump out the water in the bowl, my timeless bowl. I have a little water. This is a residual soap left in here. This is from that Irish coffee soap from, who makes that? That is from Katie's Bubbles. That's who makes that. Still in there, but it's not going to affect anything. But so I kind of bloomed it was in the bowl. So let's do this. Of course, the timeless bowl has a little indentions in the bottom there to help build some stuff here. Okay, this is a handful of drops. Let's try this. Another 50. 50, a little bit of water. There we go. Another 25. So that's 125. Actually, since I loaded, I really don't need to do my full 250. Usually when I preload the brush, I only do 200 swirls, so I'm kind of 25 over this. So let me go ahead and do my counterclockwise ones. Okay, that's 50 counterclockwise, and it's really building really good now, yeah. Yeah, liking it. Let's knock that down there. Nice and creamy, good. Can I go more? Yeah, I could build it up more and build bulkier lather. Don't need to. That is now what I call a usable lather. So I'm stopping. And yeah, okay, tickling, I went 25 over. It's a, whatever. It's just it's a guide. It's not a firm and fast rule. You don't have to do that. It's just what I do. And so I show you what I do. But yeah, you guys do what you want to do. I'm just giving you some ideas. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I like to do, and if it gives you sparks you an idea and try something different, by all means, please do. So, starting to feel a little drying out the water on my face, but let me just splash it. Of course, you can see the wet shirt, so let me just splash some water. There we go. Splashed water back in the face. So let's apply the soap. And this, I called another brush my travel brush. This is my current travel brush. But it's an AP Shave Co. Cashmere, so yeah, I use it in my rotation too. And I just randomly go, I don't rotate these out like I do my razors. Yes, they go in a rotation, they go in the back of the rotation. And for my main rotation, my top drawer for my best razors for my face. And I do rotate those on a schedule. Well, not schedule. Basically, they're in an order. And when I grab those versus grabbing something from one of the other boxes, fine, whatever. But those are used pretty much in order. The brushes, no, I kind of grab one that I haven't used, that I don't think I've used in the last 2 weeks. That's my only prerequisite there. Just so I don't show you something that's you've seen recently. There we go. And of course, with my new handle there, you'll see a new brush. You'll see that next week. You'll see, because I want the glue to dry. It's been drying 12 hours. I want it to dry a full 24 before using it. So yeah, it gets used Sunday. Oh, razor of the day, Yaki Katana. Pulled single blade, just takes a half a DE on that kick. Of course, my under the nose is still going to be the leaf twig. This doesn't go in the nose. It's not quite tight enough in there. You'd think it would be, but the head is, well, let's just compare it. See how much smaller the twig is. And see, this has a long leading guard where the twig does not. See that guard in the front? It's so long. It just can't get in there. So, but other than that, it makes a fairly good razor. I like it. The Katana is not in my main rotation, but I still like to use it. It's in a box that I've deemed my single edge razors. So if it's a single edge and it's not in my main rotation, then it's in that box, and there's only 2 in that box. This one and an old, what's the other one I have in there? An old one that takes that old style single edge blade that looks like a box cutter blade. Oh, what is that? What is that one? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but you'll see it again. It hasn't been out in a while, but you'll see it again. Because it's my favorite vintage razor. Yep, good old twig under the nose. With a fresh blade in it too. I figured it had been a while. I was starting to notice a little roughness, so when I start to feel a little roughness, that's when I change the blade in this thing. It gets used so little, it's only in front of the nose, so I don't change it until I feel I need to change it. That's when I change it. Let me just dry this off. So when I get a rough shave going, oh, that's a little draggy, then I'll know, yeah, time to replace the blade. So that was pass 1. Oh, here we go. Let's soap up for pass 2. Katana did a nice job on pass 1. It's a lot of blade gap in that thing. So it looks kind of scary, but it's really not. As long as you're paying a little bit of attention. To me, this is easy. The Katana is an easier razor to use than the Blackland Vector is, as far as having to think about it. Is just saying, you just have to pay attention. With the Blackland, you definitely have to pay more attention. This one, yeah, I can get to you, and not quite as bad. Not even half as bad. So once I get the soap off it, I'll show you the blade gap. I call this a middle of the road aggressiveness, and the Katana is definitely more aggressive. Listen to that thing, it's noisy. Cutting out that 2 days growth. Okay, before I go to pass 3, just to see if I can show you, hold it up to the camera lens, see if you can get an idea of how much blade gap there is there. If you can see that. Can you see that? I don't have my glasses on, so it's not sharp to me anyway, so you tell me, but just to give you a sense, But really, and then say the blade exposure, a little bit, yeah. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not sticking out there all that bad. But it's just the blade gap that part was a little scary. And because that's a lot of times, like on the adjustable razors, that's what makes them more aggressive, is they're widening the blade gap. That's what they're doing. All right. Let's prep for pass 3. It's funny. I can still smell a little bit of that coffee soap. It's been sitting in the bottom of that bowl for the last week. But I can still smell it a little bit. So it's mixing in the peppermint with the coffee a little bit for me, I know. But I tell you, that peppermint is just so nice. And it's not overly so, because if it was overly so, it would basically close up my face, and the soap would clog up my pores, and it's like, yeah, and I don't like that. And I only pull this soap out every now and again. That's why it's still there. Oh yeah, nice. It's so noisy, it's funny. And the blade doesn't really, it's not locked in, I'll put it that way. It kind of lays in. So you do have to pay attention when you're loading it. Because when I first loaded it, it was a little crooked, so I unsnugged it and reset it in there and checked it. So yeah, check your settings, especially on these single edge, you'll have half a DE blade ones, because I've had the same problem in the twig. I cut myself bad because I wasn't paying attention, plopped it in, it started with it and ripped, and oh yeah, that first pass I cut myself good because I didn't pay attention. I didn't make sure it was seated. So especially on the half a DE blade razors, make sure it's seated and in there straight. Whoops, I'm going upside down, sorry. No, first pass is third pass. I wonder why that was so smooth. Yeah. Good old third pass. Love a third pass in my face. Now I'm going to splash a little water on. Let's see what we can do here. And just light touch. Fingertip pressure only. Yeah. There, yeah. Oh, a little bit right there. Oh, I think I heard it, yeah. Yeah, There we go. Yeah, I like it. Like it. I won't bother on the other side. It's only like a couple of little specks that are iffy. I'm gonna leave it. Choose not to do it, but I showed you the one side so you can see better on that side. So yeah. Okay, got a little neck right there. Got a little neck right there. Did not open this up though. It did not. Where on the Katana, I'm not the Katana, sorry, on the Blackland Vector, yeah, I would open this up. I did that a couple of times. And when I shaved Tuesday, Thursday, yeah, both days it nicked it a little bit. But this Katana did not, so it's not quite as aggressive as the Vector. So just to give you a sense of scale as far as aggressiveness between the razors, and neither one's good or bad. It's just what do you like. And truthfully, I do like the aggressiveness of the Vector. I do. Yeah, I have to be more careful with you. I have to be mindful. So yeah, that's a razor I'll use more off camera than on, because I don't want to be jabberjawing and then hurt myself, because you can. That one will come out and bite you if you're not paying attention. Okay, I'm just letting this water run. So let me basically wash the face off, wash the equipment off, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back. Wash the face off with some warm water in the washcloth. Clean up my equipment, put it away. So now, of course, it's time to splash on a couple of splashes of cold water out of the sink. So let me do that. Grab my towel here, get this close. Okay, towel's right there. So let me splash, be back. Alrighty, and yes, the cold water splash is an important part. It's closing up the pores. And it's just whatever cold comes out of your tap. Not quite as cold here in the south in the summertime, but it's a little cool, and that's enough to close the pores. That's what I'm looking to do. Close the pores so I don't get stuff like this going on. Which, of course, obviously you can see still happens. And actually, this thing grown here, I think, is because I didn't wash my face off good enough after using a stick soap. Because you're rubbing that straight on your face. And it happened after using the next day after using that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So just to be more vigilant that way, I'll just make sure that I do a better job. There we go, that's dry. Now where's the, oh, here it is. Okay, there we go. So now the aftershave, the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Peppermint Aftershave. Kind of excited. I want to see what this smells like, because I have not pulled the cap. I don't know. I don't know how powerful it's going to be. Oh, very sweet pepperminty. That's nice. That's like a piece of peppermint candy. I mean, not super sweet, but definitely sweet. Oh, and this is the old style bottle too. It's not the one with the reducer on it. So you gotta be careful how I'm pouring this out. Come on. There we go. I went about 60%. Let me put that down. Oh, wow. Yeah. Big peppermint hit. Big hit in the nose. Oh, yeah. Wow. That is good. Oh, yeah. Feeling the that cold burn along the edges of where the razor, along the edges here. Wow. Yeah. Oh, liking that. Boy, that's opening up the sinuses. I have not taken my sinus pills yet this morning, and that's helping. Wowie. Wow. Oh, feeling the eye a little bit. My left eye is getting me from the menthol. Very pepperminty. Very. It's like popping a peppermint candy in your mouth, but way more bright. Wow. The chilling. Wow. Yeah. It's getting me in my left eye a little bit. Okay. That's okay. I'm going to put that down there, and I put the cap back on it, put it on the shelf. Wow. Oh, yeah. Guys, try a sample of that. Yeah, got to get a hold of Phoenix and definitely get a sample of that. And I truthfully, I mean, I won't try their soap just because the menthol soaps just don't agree with me. If they don't bother you, I would, based on this scent, I would try it. I would definitely try it. Not in the cards for me, unfortunately. But I think that Douglas and Fran have something, a few other things that I might be able to use instead. Because, oh yeah, boy, I tell you, I just love their scents. They just make such good scents, and usually, plenty of scent too in their soap products, especially. That's what I've always liked about their stuff. I've only had one that I've critiqued that it really wasn't up to what I'm used to for them, but Still very pleasant. And I won't say which one it is at this point. You've heard me before. I'm not going to mention that, but because they make so much good stuff. Wowie. Like that. But yeah, I'm feeling it in the left eye. Wowie. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hope it showed you something new today and a few other things with the brushes, what have you. So hope you enjoyed, and go with God.